is tutorial number 3, and here we'll be doing some Dreamweaver. Yes, I promised this in the end of the second video, and I'm ready. I'm ready. You can see the Dreamweaver interface I've just opened. I've been really busy. You'll forgive the time lapse in making videos, because I've been doing some stuff for people, websites. I've been coding in Python, but what the hell, I'm back, and so I'll show you how to work with Dreamweaver. Give you a brief introduction to Dreamweaver and how it handles PHP, how it handles HTML, and basically the fact that there's no difference between no seemingly big difference between HTML and PHP. Okay, so we'll want to work with a new file. I guess I'll be using one page. However, you must know that you can apply the CSS effects in one page to so many. You can create so many out of what I'm going to teach you. But yes, one thing I will continue to emphasize is you pay attention. We're gonna keep this blank because I want to show you how to work with CSS2. So let's create. Okay. Now you notice when you create a blank page, there is no site definition, and a site definition is what you want. Now, looking at this, I've opened it in split view, which is one of the fantastic features that Dreamweaver has. Probably if you're watching this with later versions of Dreamweaver, you'll still be able to do the same. Creative Cloud is out. Interface is not so different from this. Here are some quick tools. Then here is right panel. Well, the panel that appears on the right, which is helpful. CSS styles helps you see the styling, CSS coding, property coding for the elements that you can put here in split view. Split view is basically for those who like to code, get their hands dirty a lot. I tend to do both. I tend to code, and I tend to use CSS styles. So don't mind. I could do both and show you how you can also do both. Yeah. Web development it's supposed to be fun. I won't do anything too complicated, with the part for creating the dynamic, setting up the dynamic page. The part for setting up the dynamic page. Well, I'll be guiding you. But I won't do so much coding. I want to make this as simple as possible. So let's get right to it. Now, this is the basic structure of an HTML document. This is HTML5, but you notice HTML5, HTML3. You must have heard of HTML3. Well, it's basically the versions of it's basically versions of HTML, and with those versions comes the ability to hold more seemingly complicated but visually fantastic web pages. You've opened up a couple. Mind you, search engines, web portals are going to be important during the course of web development, because if you want something new, something that I won't be able to give you, something that I won't necessarily be able to give you, then you will have to dig deep. Yes, I really like assertion. It's one of the reasons as to why I'm contracted to do things for people. Showing finesse. Yeah, amazing. I could also do some gaming, so please be sure to check out the channel in the near future. Okay, so what we have here is entitled 1 and the basic structure of an HTML file. Head, HTML, the head, the meta character set, UTF-8, yes. The title, which is untitled document. Oh, we can change that. Say, hello. Oh, sorry, hello. Oh, I'm a bit tense. Sorry. Hello, new site. My words per minute ratio is really good. Sorry, that was the control save dialog, and you can see the title appears here. So yeah, hello, new site. So hello, new site it is. So now, in case you want to add styles, yes, we can add that, and then we can add that. Now, this is just to set up the CSS that we're going to code. We're gonna throw a couple of divs. I'm going to show you what CSS is all about. Selectors and element identifiers, declarations, CSS. So first, let me show you how to save this to create a site file. Now, remember, you're using XAMPP, right? The control panel is active here. Remember, when you're designing dynamic websites, you need to have Apache and MySQL running all the time. I repeat, like a teacher, you must have Apache and MySQL running all the time, because you won't be able to view the files you're going to save via browser. It is going to give you the standard web page not available, web page not found, and we don't really want that. We don't want that. We want to avoid it. So yes, you go to window. We're going to go over to window, rather site, forgive me, and we're going to go to new site. Yeah, and name site 2. Remember, we haven't yet saved the page file, so we're going to call that one new site. Yep. And then we're going to browse for folder. Let's see, let's create one. New site, bam. Servers, now here is where you have to be really careful. Servers, we want a testing server, which is what we're using, which is, you can name your server anything, but we're using a testing server, so we don't need FTP. Local network, yes. Server folder, let me see. Wow. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Forgive me. Forgive me. Site setup. One thing we forgot to do was actually create a folder where we're going to house our files. Now, you notice you're going to need XAMPP. You're going to go to the XAMPP folder, which is created on your local disk C. The C partition, mind you, you could make it portable, but we don't really want that, because you want it easily accessible on the C drive of your desktop, of your laptop. Yeah, so XAMPP. Now Htdocs. Htdocs is where we're gonna house all the site files. Is where we're gonna house the folders for the site files. So I'll go over and create one. You can see there's Chemem, which is for my personal site. I still keep testing it, and the Safari site, which I am currently working on. So let's create a new folder, and we'll call it new site. Bam. Yep. That's primarily what we need. New site. So we're gonna go over to Dreamweaver, and we're gonna go back to site, new site. We could manage sites. You can see new site. I have hidden treasures. So new site, we could browse, new site. Yeah, open, select new site, bam, that's good. Now servers, please pay extreme attention to how I'm going to set up the testing server so that we can view our page in the web browser. Save process testing server. Forgive me, my chat's a bit gibberish. Yeah, select. Yeah, it's gonna be empty, don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna need to backslash that. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Funny keyboard. New site. Fantastic. Yep. We're almost home. We're almost home. We have to go to the advanced setup, and then select our server model, which is PHP MySQL, because we're going to use PHP as our server-side language, and we're going to use MySQL as our database system. I could probably show you Cold Fusion and JSP. That's Cold Fusion and JavaScript. Cold Fusion has support, of course, for Microsoft Access, but it's not advisable to use Microsoft Access. Limited users per session. The many discrepancies with Microsoft Access, but I really won't go into that. So I'm gonna say that PHP MySQL. Now, yes, we have a tag at remote. No, we do not want it to be remote, because we're not hosting our website on a remote server as yet. We want to cancel that, and then we want to check testing, because we're using a testing server and a testing environment. You could check out the previous video number 2, if you want to find out what a testing environment actually is and what it does. So we are going to save that. Wow, new site, and we're all set up. That's done. Wow, so done. Wow, new site. In the files menu, files tab, on the right panel, we can see site setup, but there's nothing in it. So wow, we have a page. We can save it. Control S is a standard save shortcut. So we will call this index.php. We saved it as a PHP file, and therefore, bam, PHP. Whoa, and there we have it. Let us type some text in the body. Hello and welcome to the new site. Yep, we could save that. And when we preview this in a browser, hello, new site. Notice the address in the address bar. Localhost, that is the new site. Don't mind the percentages. And then the index.php, which is the first page. So we have just defined the site, and we've been able to show some text inside the site homepage, the index page. So index.php, and title here, our title, our annotation here. You can see our tab. Yeah, fantastic. So you could go to Google, like I said before. Use your web portals, the search engines, Google, Yahoo. Get some info on some CSS effects. How to animate. I will show you a few of these things, but you should be creative, be assertive. I use that finesse I told you about, that guile. It will certainly help you. Probably back to Dreamweaver. Yeah, so I guess that's it. We now have our index file listed in the new site. So I guess you'll catch in for the second tutorial, where I will be showing you how to work with AP divs. Yeah, absolute position divs. Yeah, really funny, but yeah, AP divs. So I guess you should catch me for the next tutorial. Thank you.